welcome back to Wheels 4 Drive. Today we're diving into an all-time favorite from Audi's legendary RS lineup, the 2025 Audi RS3. You ready to take a closer look? I know we're all here for that high-octane thrill Audi promises in their RS models, and with this new version, they've packed in both design and performance enhancements. But is it everything we hoped for? Stick around as we find out. Let's start with the exterior. Audi's given the RS3 a fresh, edgy facelift for 2025. It's sleek, aggressive, and with those distinctive RS touches, it's clear Audi's going for that high-performance look. But do these design tweaks actually improve the car's overall aesthetic? Some say it looks fiercer, but what do you think? Do you prefer the subtlety of previous models, or does this bolder design hit the mark for you? Moving on to the performance upgrades, Audi has definitely not disappointed here. Their engineers took a deep dive into the software governing the chassis dynamics. Why does that matter? Well, with refined brake torque vectoring, this car can now hug the corners with more precision and aggression. Imagine slicing through a tight curve and having that feeling of stability. Audi claims you can keep a higher speed through turns and exit with more power. Sounds thrilling, right? But do these improvements actually translate into a more connected driving experience? And speaking of tires, Audi's made a switch with a new standard set, but if you're really serious about gripping the road, the Pirelli P0 Trofeo Rs are still available as an option. What's your take? Do you go for the high-end performance tires, or are the standard ones good enough for your needs? Next up, let's talk engine. Under the hood, we've got the 2.5-liter 5-cylinder, delivering a seriously unique growl that's practically a signature sound for this model. In our testing, we clocked 0 to 60 in just 3.9 seconds on regular 91 octane fuel. Impressive, right? And here's the kicker. Add a little octane booster, and that time drops to an astonishing 3.6 seconds. But here's something to consider. If you're in a state where 93 octane fuel isn't easy to find, that octane boost is an extra step you'll have to consider. However, as quick as it is, the experience can feel a bit clinical. If you're expecting a visceral driving experience, you might feel like the RS3 is keeping you at arm's length thanks to some electronic aids that filter your inputs. What's your take? Do you prefer a car that lets you feel everything, or is this smooth, controlled experience more your style? Moving inside, comfort is where Audi has balanced things out. Even with the stiffest suspension mode engaged, road bumps are mostly kept at bay. Now, you'll still hear some road noise. Those 19-inch wheels and high-performance tires make sure of that, but it's not enough to be a deal breaker. And the front seats? These aren't the super firm race-inspired seats you'd find in some rivals. Instead, Audi's gone for a softer leather that's actually perfect for daily driving. But does comfort compromise the RS3's sporty vibe? Some might argue that the seats could be a bit firmer for spirited driving. How about you? Are you willing to trade off a bit of grip for that everyday usability? Now, let's step into the interior design. Audi's RS3 shares a lot with the A3 and S3, and while that means user-friendly controls and roomy rear seating, it also means it doesn't feel as distinct as you'd expect from a high-performance RS model. The main difference is the sport seats. But beyond that, some might wish for a few more RS-specific details. Would you agree? Or is the streamlined simplicity part of Audi's charm? Technology-wise, Audi's kept things straightforward. While it might not have the flash of Mercedes' MBUX, it's certainly user-friendly. You've got wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, plus 4 USB ports to keep everyone charged. And here's a big plus. All of Audi's latest safety tech is standard. Adaptive cruise control, blind spot warning, and lane keeping assistance. And with Audi's improvements to adaptive cruise control, it's now a feature you'll actually feel confident using. On storage, the RS3 might surprise you. It's compact, but Audi's cleverly maximized space. You get large door bins, handy cup holders, and rear seats that split 60-40, making room for bigger items. Still, the center console could be deeper. It's not ideal for stashing bigger items, but if you're okay with minimal storage, it should work fine. Finally, let's talk price. Audi hasn't released the official pricing yet, but it's likely close to the current model's $63,395 starting price. What's your take on that? Given the performance upgrades and high quality build, do you think it's a fair price? So what's the verdict? Does the 2025 Audi RS3 have what it takes to remain the favorite compact sports sedan? Are the performance and styling upgrades enough to make it stand out, or does it feel too familiar for a next-gen RS? Let us know in the comments. And if you're a fan of high-performance reviews, don't forget to like, share with your friends, and subscribe to Wheels 4 Drive for more daily videos. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for our next ride.